probably wouldn't look at me and be like, oh yeah, that is a perfectionist. But I feel like the perfectionism, it bleeds into my life. The entire time that I'll be like practicing music or editing a video or putting on makeup, I'll be like, ugh, like this, like you are doing such a bad job. It's like nothing I do is ever enough. Like right now, I'm comparing myself. In the moment that I do this, I'm comparing myself to the last video that I filmed, and I'm like, wow, I had so much more presence back then. I had so much more presence. The fact that I'm always self-assessing makes me not want to do stuff. When I have all of these factors lining up where I feel like I have to look perfect, act perfect, say things perfectly articulately, all of that stuff may coalesce to make it so that I have like the perfect setup. Maybe I look really good on a certain day and I have like a script written, but because I have spent so much time thinking about how perfect I need to be, I will sit in front of the camera and I will be wooden, or I won't make any sense. And it's only when I embrace the chaos, when I embrace that I can't be perfect, that I can ever get things done. It's not even just like hobbies or whatever that I'm perfectionistic about. It's also like, it's like little stuff too. Like a few weeks ago on TikTok, I found this person who's a self-proclaimed vanilla girl, and she has this whole routine that she's constructed so you can smell really good. And I was like, wow, maybe I should try the vanilla routine. I started to acquire the accessories needed. I started to gather the equipment for smelling really good. I bought the EOS Vanilla Cashmere lotion. This routine had so many steps. It was like, okay, first you need to exfoliate, have a vanilla scented body wash, vanilla scented shampoo and conditioner, vanilla scented shaving cream, vanilla body oil. After the vanilla body oil, you put on top your vanilla moisturizer. Put vanilla on your pulse points. Put on a vanilla perfume. And I was like, well, I want to do this right. I'm either going all the way or I'm not doing it at all. So I started using the vanilla moisturizer, but I started to have all of these thoughts every time I would do the vanilla routine, and it would make me kind of confused. In fact, it made me so confused that I had to write down the whole thought process that I was having, because like, when I start to get on a perfectionistic tangent, it's like I have questions that I need to Google, and then I need to like have a schedule so I can fit every single thing into my routine so that I know that the routine is perfect so I don't mess it up. So first of all, the vanilla routine has just an inordinate amount of ingredients to it. As much as I would love to be the kind of person who's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy that, I'm gonna buy that. I usually think about buying stuff for a long time, weeks at a time. This is probably shocking looking at me surrounded by all of these things. Yes, I have a lot of things, but I have a lot of things because I don't really get rid of stuff that much or ever. But when I'm acquiring a new object, I'm like, oh, is that really worth it? Like even ordering contacts. I have to order contacts. I have dailies. I've been using the same contact in my left eye for over a week now. And sometimes when I put it in, it feels like there are glass shards in my eye, and I know that's bad, but I'm still like, ugh, like I feel kind of bad about spending the money. So that complicates the vanilla girl routine for me right off the bat. A little bit of cognitive dissonance every time I get in the bath. I will have to be really rich before I become a full-on vanilla girl. This like gives me time to perfect my routine in my mind. So every time I take a bath now and I'm thinking, okay, well, I need to start practicing the vanilla girl routine, I will be thinking something like, when I have all of the vanilla girl ingredients in the future, should I really be bathing at night? Because the whole point of being a vanilla girl, the whole point of having a whole like scent fragrance routine is so that you smell really good, but if you go straight to bed, then what's even the point? But then it's like, okay, if I have to do all of these things in the morning, how long will that take to do like a full shower and exfoliation and shaving and body oil and moisturizer? And it feels like it would take 2 hours to even do the moisturizer. Like moisturizing takes a long time. I don't know what it is about moisturizing, but I feel like, first of all, to moisturize my whole body, it takes a bunch of pumps of moisturizer. It takes probably like, I don't know, even for one leg, it takes probably like 4 pumps. Am I just using too much, or do I have like, I'm getting kind of stressed out just thinking about this. It's not about being the best, it's about showing up, right? Right? So should I be doing the vanilla routine at night? Because if I am, then the moisturizer scent will have worn off by morning. I won't smell as good. But I'd rather bathe in the evening because if I want to crimp my hair, if I want to do something that adds texture to my hair, I don't use heat on my hair, so I would want to have wet hair to do it at night. Also, having a bunch of stuff that I have to do at the beginning of the day stresses me out. I could bathe twice a day, but that would also be an imperfect solution because you're not supposed to bathe twice a day because it's bad for your skin. Whenever I'm in the bath and I'm like starting my vanilla routine, my head is like swimming. I'll like open my notes app and I'll be like, okay, I need to type in like a few questions to Google once I get out of the bath. And then I'll get out of the bath and instead of enjoying very smooth moisturized skin and smelling how good it smells, which is kind of the point. I mean, it's also another point is to smell good for other people, but part of it is to smell good for yourself. I can enjoy it because I have to figure out how to optimize my routine. I end up with 40 tabs on my computer by the end. I can't close any of them. Maybe there's a post on Reddit, like way at the bottom that I haven't read yet that's perfect, that answers my question perfectly. I have to read all of the tabs in their entirety before I close them. And so I end up with 40 tabs, and that looks not perfectionistic of me at all. That makes it look like I'm just a chaotic mess, which I am, because I'm a perfectionist. After this whole ordeal, I go to bed feeling, what's the word? Exhausted, which is good because you want to be exhausted when you go to sleep, but I will lay in bed thinking, I don't know what to do about my fragrance routine. If I want to succeed in life, I need to learn how to smell perfect. Have the perfect schedule. I need to have the perfect day every day. I need to socialize perfectly. I have to show up for my friends in the perfect way. I have to write the perfect birthday card. It's only like two months past her birthday, it's fine. It makes me so slow at everything. This whole thought process I go through makes it like impossible to be consistent. I do the vanilla girl bath routine one night and then I get into the bath the next night and I'll be like, I cannot even think about moisturizing today because yesterday was so grueling. I cannot do it today. It's like my body will stop me. It's like I'm leaden, like my limbs are leaden. I'm like, I can't lift the moisturizer bottle, it's too heavy. And then that's it. Then I never do it again. Well, no, I do it again. I do it a week later and I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna start doing this for real. But last week I was doing a face yoga routine. I should have known that I would stop doing that because, you know, I did it for like, what, 10 days? But on top of my vanilla girl routine, it's like, even thinking about all the things that I needed to do before going to bed, like it made me so joyless. Like it made me want to stop dancing ever, so I didn't dance for a few weeks. And then I started to think, oh no, I haven't been dancing for a few weeks. What if I'm getting fat? I'm not always like this. It's usually like when I'm trying to form a schedule, I'm like, I need to formulate a schedule because I need to fit all the things that I love into my life. Right now when I'm like neurotic and unsocialized and I haven't seen anyone for a really long time, except my parents, I'm like, I have to be perfect for the sake of being perfect. When I re-emerge into people's lives, I have to be the best friend, the prettiest friend, the most fun friend, and I also have to be really successful. And so, yeah, I'm not always like this, I promise. I have started to allow slight imperfection, and honestly, it's improved things for me. Because the fact is, I think what comes off the sloppiest is all because of the inconsistency that my perfectionism causes. I'm like, I'm perfect or nothing. Because I'm not perfect at doing the dishes, I have like 30 dishes in the fridge. It's funny, even as I'm thinking about like how to be balanced, I'm like, if I can just be consistent rather than perfect in every way, that will be good. But I'm like, is there a way I could optimize my balance? Is there a check I can impose on myself so I know I'm not falling into perfectionism again? Like, I'm getting perfectionistic about not being perfectionistic. Another thing is, like, I'm very perfectionistic about my looks. I definitely have developed body dysmorphia over the years. I will take a photograph of myself and I'll be like, I look so bad. I will hyper focus on something that I've that I feel like I've discovered. I'll be like, oh my god, like I didn't realize that I look so bad in that specific way. And then for like a full week, I'll be obsessed with whatever it is. I'll be obsessed with like, I'll be like, oh my god, like I have shadows in my face that I've never seen before. I didn't realize that my face is so lopsided. Why did no one tell me that like my face is sagging on one half? At first it would be like, I would look at the photos 6 months later and I'd be like, oh wow, I actually looked so good back then. And then it would be like 3 months and I'd be like, oh, I actually looked so good back then. A month would go by and I would look at the photos and I'd be like, I don't know what I was thinking. I looked so much better back then. I didn't know how good I had it. Recently, a featured photo came up. For some reason, I thought that it was from a different era because I take a lot of selfies and pretty much they all look exactly the same. I look at this photo and I'm like, I wonder when that's from. I looked so young. I looked so good. I did not know how good I had it. It was from this week. It was from like 3 days ago. I don't know what my face looks like. I don't know what my body looks like. You have body dysmorphia, but I also feel like I have task dysmorphia. I don't know. I don't know what I sound like when I sing. I don't know how I come off on videos. Like I'll be watching videos back of myself and I'll be like, I cannot subject people to this. Like what value is there in this? Maybe 6 months down the line I can watch a video and be like, oh, that was actually pretty funny. And now I'm like, oh no, did I accidentally like position my head in the wrong way for the entire video? Did I show my bad side too much? This video would be so much better if I'd only positioned my head more properly. And like my hunchback, oh my god, the hunchback. My friend told me that I have good posture and I was like, what are you talking about? I have a hunchback. I have a hunchback. Turtle shell for a back. I see it when I walk by. When I walk by what, you ask? I don't know. Yeah, I like literally need to go to the coffee shop because it's gonna close like, it's gonna close soon. I look really bad. But I look better up here. I wish everyone was a giant. Anyway, thank you for watching. This has been it's been a great time, thank you. Thank you for everything, and I hope to see you on the other side. I'm stalling now. I feel like I would be, I need to stop.